Hi, everybody. How are you? It's Four Seasons. I set this all up out here to do some seed saving, and I think it's going to rain. So this might not go very far. Um, so, what I wanted to show you guys, well, I picked these zinnias today. I don't know if you can tell, they're really bright pink. Um, I brought them in for a while, and my cat has a fetish. I don't know if anybody else has this problem of eating leaves, but I brought these pinkies to show you. Um, I just think they're so beautiful. These are my favorite flowers. So if anybody ever wants to send me flowers, no, don't. I grow my own, actually, but as you guys know. So I just want to show you like some of the stuff I use. First of all, well, I guess I'll start with how I put them. So I use these. I don't even know if I'm really on or not, but I'm just going to show you what I do. So I use these because they wick away like moisture, but you can use anything. These, to be honest with you, are pretty expensive. They're like $4.99 for 48 bags. So if you're going to do a lot of seed collecting, this might not be like the most. I mean, you can use envelopes. You can use Ziploc bags. What I found with the Ziploc bags, though, is they hold in so much moisture that things, once they're dried out, will start sprouting. But you can definitely tell that I use them. I'm not, against, using them, but they do get, oh, well, you can tell this one actually has, well, it might be on the outside, but they get wet in here, and sometimes they'll start sprouting or they'll mold. So your seeds will just be junk. Now this is like really a fun thing to do with your little ones. I don't know about you guys, but when I was a kid, I used to save my own seeds even when I was really, really young, and grow like a whole row of marigolds every year. So, and basically it's good for your plants too. So you're just going to take them. You see this wounded soldier here, and just pop them off. You don't need gloves. You don't need anything. So you just, and it's good. It lets these new blooms, have all the energy it needs instead of trying to put it into these spet blooms. Just pick them right off. The plant looks better too. But this, these I left out by my husband's man shed, and he didn't do any care with them. So I took them back because I felt bad for them. So all these. And then we have another one. There was two on the window panes, or window boxes. But so I have to take them over here and fix them up every now and then. I lately, the last couple of years, have been planting marigold seeds around this time, and instead of using chrysanthemums. So like when I put out the display and everything at fall, using the corn stalks we grew, and I'll use some wild grasses, and from the daylilies, when they go past, I'll pick one right now. They have this stalk that looks really good in arrangement with a ribbon. Let me see if I can get one to show you. Well, anyhow, and I'm going to show you guys how to put it together, but you use this stock, a bunch of them, and then the corn cob, and then, or the growth from the garden. And these are from the daylilies once they pass. And I'll show you guys how I do it. It's so simple. But you can put them, those towers, look at me, those towers that the cucumbers were growing on, those will pull all that away. And I'll fix these things to the front of those towers and put them in front of the house for Halloween. I don't know if I'm on, but maybe I am. Everybody's busy, which is fair enough. I don't blame you. So basically, I'm just going to collect marigolds. I'm going to collect sunflowers too. Can you see? Each one of those is a seed. So I don't know if we probably don't want to need all of those. So a lot of these will go to the birds. But you can see how many one sunflower. Hold on, I'll just take the top part. One little sunflower Just give me a moment, please. Excuse me. Okay, so all I did was go with my fingers like this gently into my hand, and look at all the seeds. So I mean, and I'll tell you, for the price that we paid for this, what were they? I think the sunflower packets were 2 for $1. And maybe they had like 10 to 20 seeds in each one, from the Dollar General. This is probably loaded. I don't know. I'm going to say, I'm terrible at math, over 200. So if you think of the value there, you buy one pack, if it works and you can grow them, and we have them everywhere now, and you save some of the seeds from each one. I mean, you know how much I love my birds, so they'll get the majority of it. And you keep doing that year after year, and you don't have to buy these types of seeds again unless you choose to. So like these babies will go right into these sunflower ones. The marigold ones, you just pop. Look how many, and each one makes a beautiful plant. So I know it's going to rain out here soon. So the zinnia is kind of cool how to take the seeds out of it. And I had some really big mammoth ones this year that really, the petals, like 10 layers of petals and everything. So the zinnia seeds are really cool. Okay, so here's a spent bloom of a zinnia. So they're in between. This looks like a little mini pine cone, right? They're in between each one. So you're just going to take your finger and go like this on it gently, and they're going to fall into your hand. So let's see if I can do it. Or you can just break it apart. Okay, so let me show you what a zinnia seed looks like. It's so funny. I mean, that's what it looks like. Looks like a little arrow, right? Or a little, what are the things we find in Native American, I guess, yeah, arrowheads. That's what they look like. And there'll be like so many. So if you have a zinnia, like I had some really strong performers this year. Now you can see this zinnia seed is ready. I mean, you could put this one in the ground and it would probably grow another plant right now. We're not going to start up zinnias again because we're at the end of the season. But like this one, this little seed here, she couldn't be planted. Well, it's just a waste if you planted it. This is what you're looking for. You're looking for like a little mini handle kind of, and like this thing on the bottom. So like these will go in another one of these bags. And again, this is not, you can save them whatever you see works best for you. I just am finding that for me, after all these years, outside of envelopes and Ziploc bags, that this works best. But I know on Amazon, you can actually, this might be a waste too, because look at all the waste of the bag. And on Amazon, you could get like a quarter of this, and that makes it real cute if you want to share some to somebody, like, oh, here's some seeds or whatever. So, yeah, so that's that. And I was going to do some planting with you guys. I have my gloves over here and everything, but I can feel the rain is right upon us. I set this all up. It took me longer to set this up than how long am we on? I'm using this again. This is what we use for all our sproutlets this year. And when you go to a store and you buy a flat of flowers, these are just some other tips. Make sure you get the base that comes, and then don't throw these out. But I didn't do it yet, but it is important to wash them, because you don't know what like little bacterial or whatever, and whatever you plant, like whatever this was, I've used these so many times. You're gonna load it up, and this is how we did all the sproutlets too. And then just pour your soil, pack it in, and then one tip that I learned the hard way: don't plant your seeds too deep. Like literally, just the side. That scared me. There's a bug crawling. So, and this will be my fall flowers for basically free, I guess. I will, not the zinnia. I'm not going to do more zinnias or sunflowers. Those are going to hold till next year again. But these will be, and I'll probably do another flat. I have a lot of these setups, and do all marigolds. And I'll put them out by the road. I'll put them by the front step, and I'll put them, everywhere. I've been doing this for a couple years now, and they hold up in the fall. The marigolds do, and I was at Home Depot yesterday, and they had marigolds like this size. Real pretty though. Purple, burgundy. I still love marigolds. Chrysanthemums. They were $3.99 for this size, which isn't all that bad. But if I do a lot of planting, so if I'm buying like 12 of these or 10, that's like $35 when I could just do it myself for the price of the bag of soil, which again is from the Dollar General. And let's see, I can do, for that and free seeds. So I don't know. Part about gardening and learning all this stuff is like, there's a frugal part to it that I like. Even, when I have extra money or whatever, like I still just like the idea of trying to figure out how to do it like on my own, or I don't know. There's like a survivalist part to it that I find really fascinating. Being self-sufficient and, having the most beautiful flowers in the neighborhood, but you did it for nothing. Just your blood, sweat, and tears and, getting out here and doing it. So, in today's age, a lot of us don't really have to do that, but if you had to, at least you know how to do it. And I like teaching my kids that too. So I don't know. That's all I really wanted to talk to you guys about. But these seeds are big. I set up this whole thing here. I don't know if you guys can see my little bench, my little worktop. This thing rolls and you can sit on it too. And it has tools in it. It's like a little buggy. There mating goes. I set this all up to do some, but I don't see anybody hi, Red Rum. Because I was going to talk to people while I did it, but I think you guys get the drift, right? I used to be like that. And you know what I think it is? I think because we like water it too much and stuff all the time. And basically we over love it. I even learned from my little daughter that like she just throws seeds. She has one. I gave her one of the raised beds. She just throws seeds in it and walks away. And I'm like, oh my God, they have to be spaced correctly and this and that. Oh, you forget about them? Yeah. Hey, that happens too when you're not used to it. I don't have any house plant. Well, I have one house plant and I don't even know what the hell it is. I know. I used to do this with my daughter, the marigolds, deheading. Like I just, did like, you pop them off and then have her save them and, put them in a little bag and stuff. And something really odd happened. She would break out in hives and nobody could figure out what it was, including myself. Like I'd save all season, all the deadheads and the zinnia, whatever. And I'd say, okay, we'd sit down and it was fun. Her, hand-eye coordination too. And like teaching her. And she would break out in hives. Come to find out, my daughter's like allergic, not to like seeds like peanuts. She's actually allergic to like dried seeds. How can a person that me loves gardening so much have a daughter that's allergic to seeds? But I do. So just watch out. Like if wherever she would touch, it would just blow up. And still, she's 8 now, and still to this day. But she I don't let her do it. She's fine with like peas, planting seeds of like peas, green beans, seedlings. It's something about like whatever it is. And the doctor said, I've never heard of this before, ever. I just give her Benadryl and she'll be fine. But yeah, she's totally alert. Like it doesn't matter what it is. It could be the sunflower just pulling these seeds out. And then, they're always wiping their face and whatever. And she'd be like, I'm itchy. The first time I picked her up and went running in the house, I thought, I didn't know what the hell had happened. She got bit by something. And then finally, after I did it so many times, maybe, I don't know. The doctor, when I water and I said about it, and he said, what do you mean seeds? Like sunflower seed or peanuts, or and I said, no, like I save seeds, and I have her help me like pull them out for fun. And every time she touches one and then touches whatever she touches on her face or whatever, and it's not even one particular type. Well, the worst reaction she had was from zinnias, my favorite one. But yeah, crazy. So I just don't get to do that. You're allergic to wheatgrass and weeds? Do you break out or just get stuffy? That's tough. You're going to have to be careful too with gardening because there's a lot of weeds involved. My garden's over. I'm embarrassed to show you guys right now what it's looking like. It's like got these patches of weeds everywhere. But I do have to do the last tour around, and I'm not weeding it. Sorry in advance. But nice seeing you, Red Rum. But thanks for stopping by. But yeah, so that's that. I guess everybody's out doing their thing. I don't blame them. But okay, honey, you too. I didn't want to like go with you still here. Oh, here's another zinnia seed that fell out. I have to put it in its bag. It's already cold up here. That's why I'm already wearing sweaters. It's terrible. Fall is definitely among us. So you guys, just to wrap up, I have been, the hummingbirds have been coming here all of a sudden. Maybe because I don't know. And I end up putting up 2 feeders in a swing for them. I took a video today. It came out pretty good. And then he flew like right up near me and flew away. And I've been researching hummingbirds, and they say they're really, really curious little birds, and that they remember every flower they ever ate, and they migrate to Mexico during the winter. I find that amazing, seeing they're so tiny. But I guess there's an old wives' tale, and a lot of kids believe, and I even told mine that when the Canadian geese are leaving, like they jump on their backs and take a ride with them when they migrate. I think it's kind of cute. The other update on the black swallowtails this morning. Okay, so yesterday they were like in caterpillar form, but some of their heads were down like this. And I could see like this white webby gray thing. And I did a video, but I didn't put it up. And then this morning put that up. Well, since that time, another one has come up on the screen and is transforming. So I'm going to show you guys that right now. Okay, this is the one we looked at this morning. And this one right here, this is how the other one looked yesterday. So by tomorrow, this one up here, that still looks like a worm, which I hate worms, but will probably look like this one by the morning. I mean, literally it happened that fast. I keep feeding them. They're not eating in this state though. They're just like in a comatose state, it's almost like they're petrifying. It's almost like they're petrifying into this. And you can almost see on the one that changed overnight, you can almost see where the body of the butterfly will be versus like the wings. It's almost like the wings are breaking out. It's like there's like a division there. This is so crazy. I just can't believe that this like can happen. I know it happens. I know all this, but to watch this where it goes from that state, even if somebody gave it to me in this state, the one we saw this morning, I don't think you would get it. Going from what we saw last week, where they were moving all around and eating, to now going into this like slumber and like turning into this petrified being. And then from there, I guess what we're going to see is it's going to shape out almost like a leaf. And I wonder if I can show you on my phone. So if there's any kids out there, I know I have a little fan who's only 2. And I know his Graham watches. I hope she still watches. Tell her that, tell my little buddy that we're going to be, we're growing up butterflies, and we're going to release one with it. We'll call it his name. I forget. I think it's Colin, but or Connor. We're going to call him Connor, our first one. Let's see. Okay, let me show you. I mean, I do not like, okay, this is what I want to show you guys. When we first found them, they were like this. Then he started growing some like webbing on this side of his belly, though, to attach to that red thing. And now we're almost at like this. And look, it's going to go all the way. And this is what we're going to end up with. And we're going to actually see almost like wings. And then we'll let it go. And it said after you see, when it breaks out, hi, sweetie. When it breaks out of it's called something like a charalis. I'm talking about the butterflies. I can't say the word. I apologize. When it breaks out of that, we got to let it be for like 2 to 3 hours to harden up its wings. Okay, so so this is the word it's called. This is where we're at right now. Oops. Hold on a second. Anybody have an idea how to say that word? Because I don't. Okay, so 10 to 20 days unless it overwinters. If it overwinters, I'm fucking done. Sorry. Am I going to bring this whole contraption inside and have it in the house? I don't know what you do then. And then, you know what's so sad? The adult butterfly phase, once we let these babies go, granted, hopefully everything moves along. We don't have to overwinter them. 6 to 14 days is all they live. So sad. That is so freaking sad. It takes them like 10. It takes them like 2.5 months to get to the butterfly phase, and then they only live 6 to 14 days. Doesn't seem fair. But we have enough nectar around and stuff to keep them busy. But I'm sure they'll once they get out of there, if they make it, hopefully. Hold on. How's it going, D-Mac? There's nobody here. Everybody's out doing their life. This is what it's going to look like. And we had 7 the other day. I don't know how many are in there, but we know there's 2 for sure on top now, and there's 1 on the bottom, so at least 3 that I don't want to go in there and mess stuff up. All right, well, I hope you've enjoyed this. I wish more people were around, but it's probably a good thing. That way I don't get myself in trouble. Everybody just stick together, and use like common sense. That's all I could say. And just remember, every single thing you're writing, somebody's screenshotting it. So just be mindful of that. Like if you get caught up in it. And I think what we've learned this past week is there's a lot of people in pain on both sides, regardless of, that's like the term everybody's using these days. So whatever, I'll just go with it. So, but at the end of the day, we're just all people that put their pants on one leg at a time. And as much as some people disgust me, they are showing signs of pain and frustration and stuff. So, there's other people that are suffering with illnesses, losses, significant losses, abuse, trauma, cancer, I heard, and I am sorry, I don't wish that harm on anybody. Yeah, so that's really important for me to say. I wanted to say that and get it off my chest, that although some people just really rub me the wrong way, I don't want any harm to come to anybody. That's the last thing I want. We shall see what happens. All right, love you guys. Okay, stick together. And I think we might have to do almost daily updates on the caterpillars, because, or as my daughter called it, the caterpitters. But I'm not telling her that they're like that because they're fragile up like that right now. I'll let this ride until they're ready to go. And then I definitely want to do that live though when we let them go. And if my little guy, if his Grams, I hope you're having a good day, my little friend. And we're going to release a caterpillar with your name on it. So I have an email address. If you want to email, well, I say it out loud or not. I could just say for my little friend. That's fine too, because I know how weird people are around here. Okay, love you guys. Happy gardening. Grow some plants from seeds. Start off small. Start with the marigolds. All right. Bye.